Blog Talk Radio.
Yo, what's up, world? It's badass thugging like I usually do, and you better turn it up, bust some speakers out, cause we off the motherfucking cuff. You dig how we do it? Dog Pound Gangsters 2000 and beyond. Black.
Yo, check this out. This is your girl, Cola Vogue, and I'm chilling with my boys right here on Off the Cuff Radio. Cause we off the cuff right now. You dig?
What's up? It's your boy Lil Yap from UNLV, bragging up from the river, cooling with my homies and my family at Off the Cuff Radio. Y'all be sure to tune in on Fridays and get the latest scoop and find out what's happening. You heard me?
Tiffany Lavon.
And it's Queen Kaze, your girl's favorite bartender.
And we're from
Sex on the Rocks podcast.
Alright, you're now tuning in to Off the Cuff Radio.
Yeah, because they keep representing that world hip hop. Well, much love.
Alright.
Y'all, this is Miss Irresistible giving a shout out to the live show on Friday nights Off the Cuff Radio. And I'm live from the 704. Make sure y'all tune in for the blazing hot music.
Hey y'all, this is Stacey Lachey giving a shout out to King Eric and Off the Cuff Radio.
What's shaking, y'all? This is the Grand, one half of Lost Cause and 1/3 of that Drive Time thing. Sending my love to the homies over at Off the Cuff Radio. Tune in every Friday night for some real deal hip-hop conversation. These dudes are the connoisseurs of this thing. You already know what it is. BX Stand Up, HUD City, we're shaking. Peace.
Yo, this is Dope Fresh to Dine, and y'all tuned in to the most raw, uncut show on radio. The Guillotine Team, Off the Cuff, and yo, Eric, Sandman, off of these clowns' heads.
Yes, actually, over. Yeah, well.
Yo, swerve.
I'm shining over there.
Show respect, be show respect. Show respect, be show respect, be show respect. We get bored, That Memphis shit. We get bored, That Memphis shit. Be show respect, be show respect, be show respect, be show respect. That Memphis shit. Bored, now we get it, bored. Now we get it, bored. I ain't just playing with you niggas no more. I'm finna show you how to rock it, get rambunctious and ballistic in this bitch. I'm scared, man. I got them tainted sounds for the crowd. YSC laser tracks, so one for seconds. We can break it down, we get bored in this bitch. That's that Memphis shit. Be show respect, motherfuckers started from the 6. Yeah, I'm a part of that shit. You think scared man can't bump no more, be sucker dick. I got them bodies in my trunk and I don't give a fuck. Straight to the cemetery to dismember up the corpse. Destruction, death coursing through my veins. Like Lord says, and we have to bury the remains. Show respect, be show respect, be show respect, be show respect, be show respect. We get bored, that Memphis shit. Yeah, we get bored, that Memphis shit. Be show respect, be show respect, that Memphis show respect, be show respect, that Memphis shit. Bored, that Memphis shit. That Memphis shit. Show respect. Rap a lot on high, I go hard. Memphis shit. On high, I tech. Never been a lame bitch, we some scars. Memphis shit. Till we die, so we pray God. I'm a pie zone, stealing blood, my icon. Mafia style, fight on. Memphis shit, icon. Yo, dope, I fuck hoes in the ghetto. Big shows, make clothes, pencils, rebel. I rock skulls and ram heads, they swear we the devil. Don Juan, Del Marco, the hot burning ghetto. We art like Picasso, the heart made of metal. Too tainted, to follow, it settles. We mental, the flow so up-tempo, meticulous and ghetto. The life in the metro, rest in peace, we get bugged in this bitch. That's that Memphis shit. Bitch, show respect, motherfuckers started from the 6. Bitch, show respect, motherfuckers. That's that Memphis shit. Bitch, show respect. Don't we get bugged in this bitch. That's that Memphis shit. Don't we get bugged in this bitch. That's that Memphis shit. Bitch, show respect.
And we are now tuned in at episode 382 of the most livest and most direct hip-hop show on the web, Off the Cuff Radio. I am your host, King Eric, the media assassin. And them true tracks we just played right there, Worldwide Panic with Total Kayyos and Scam Man and Show Respect. These two got some great chemistry together, man. Them joints was jamming. But nevertheless, man, welcome to the show. I have my guest on the line for the night. And before we bring him on, I want to say thank you for helping us reach that totem pole of 382. We got episode 400 coming real soon. Also, be sure to check us out every Saturday night as well on Screwball Radio. We got that online on deck as well. So, with that being said, big shout out to my co-host of the Spirit, Ill Out of Sandman, Candace Cooper, and my soon-to-be joined co-host T-Max. He'll be in shortly. But in the meantime, I'm going to bring on our guest of the night for this special Sunday evening of Off the Cuff Radio. He's been putting in a lot of work on the Memphis rap scene, and he's with us tonight, man. Let's all welcome Total Kayyos to Off the Cuff Radio, y'all.
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
What's good with you, my brother?
Man, I've been looking forward to this right here, man.
Yes, sir, man. It's been for the making. Going back to last year when I had y'all along with MC Mac and Scan Man, the whole team on, man. It was a beautiful show, and to have you on the solo tip, it's a beautiful thing too, man. Welcome to Off the Cuff Radio, my brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was a great show, man. But to get this thing started, before we go on, I want to let everybody know that the guest number is 516-531-9596. If anybody want to call in and give a shout-out or have any questions, you can submit them right here. We building right now. So, going back to what we were talking about, man, from the last time y'all was on. What's that?
Where we going with it?
And before we go on, man, from the last time you was on the show to now, what you been going on with you, man?
My life, man. Life has been going on with me, man. That's how I can sum it up the best, man. Life.
Now, for those who are just tuned in and following you, because, you know, we have a lot of people listening, and you're pretty much new on the scene to my audience. So, tell us what you got currently going on, and do you have any projects in the works for 2021?
Man, before we go to 2021, we got to go back, man, to the old years before we can get to 2021. Because if I just give them what 2021 about, they really wouldn't understand that junk just right here until they went way back to the beginning of where it all started from.
Let's take them back on that journey ride, man. So we're going to go right to it, man. Like, let us know where you from, how you getting into hip-hop, my brother.
Yeah, that's where we're going to go right there. So it all started, man. Ellis Island. You ever heard of Ellis Island, man?
Yes.
You been to Ellis Island?
Yeah, I heard of that.
You heard of Ellis Island? That's what's up. That's where my family come in from. They went into Ellis Island, man. That's the originator of Total Kayyos.
Yes, sir.
We gonna go way back, man. I'm glad we started here, man. So we gotta start here.
Yeah, we gotta start that journey live, man. So I want everybody to get a seat, get something to roll up on, get you some drink to pour, because we're gonna go on this journey ride, man, from the start to the beginning, man. Let these cats know.
This Eric, right? Eric Productions, right?
Yes, sir.
Here you go. Oh, buddy. There we go. This for my family right here, man.
Yes, sir, man. This is one of the biggest shows we've done, as a matter of fact.
What's the biggest shows I done done?
No, I said this is one of the biggest shows we've done.
Oh, man, this is the biggest show ever, man, just for the simple fact this is the first time, man, you ever hear the story of Total Kayyos, man, because this is the first time ever this shit ever happened in life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nobody
man.
never heard this before, man. This shit right here been lingering in the midst of the spirits, but it still ain't been told yet. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why, yeah, exactly. And that's why we wanted to bring you on, man, because I know you have a story to tell, man, and based off the music you put down, it has a lot of layers to it. So that's why we wanted to put you on Off the Cuff Radio, man, to let people know who you are, where you from, how you putting it down for the M-Town.
Yes, sir. And even more than that, man, because it's more than just the M-Town, but M-Town part of my spirit, though. It go way deeper, man. That's why we here. So, like I said, man, we're going to go back to Ellis Valley, man. That's where my family come in, man. And, you know, they Italian Sicilian, and, you know, I'm a New York person that was born in New York in a city called Suffolk, with the word Suffolk in. Where you from, Eric?
North Carolina, man. So we pretty much...
North Carolina, that where you from?
Yeah, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North. That where we broadcasting from right now, in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes, sir. And I also got my co-host, T-Max. He on the line. He broadcasting from Virginia, so we got this thing worldwide connecting pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's all about worldwide right now, because if you ain't got worldwide there, man, you ain't really doing nothing in this day and age, man.
Ain't lying.
Definitely, man.
T-Max, you on, my brother. We got Total Kayyos, man. He about to break down the journey that he...
Who is this right here? Who is this?
This is my co-host, T-Max, right here from Virginia.
T-Max.
What it do? VA, man. Chesapeake. 2 up, 2 down, all around town,
coming
man.
in on the combo. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Great to have you on with us, man. Yeah, so I mean, so you said, yeah, so King was, so you're saying you were from New York and everything, and you never moved to M-Town, man. So, I mean, all the way from up north down to the dirty in the
Move
south,
to the
man.
south, man. It went from the north to the south, man. On the map, though, literally on the map. You said what?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, man. Here we
go.
So
tell us a little bit about. Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself in terms of you know, your music background, in terms of how you came in. You know, how'd you make that move from New York to Memphis with your folks, and just, you know, what it was like. You know, especially out of Memphis, M-Town. I mean, you definitely got places like Castilia, you know, Ridgecrest. You know, I mean, all over, man, North and South Memphis.
Yeah, it's from the north to the south, man. That's how all the music started, from the north to the south.
Definitely.
So where we gonna go with it, man? We got T-Mac on the motherfucking line, man. I didn't even know you gonna be part of it, man. What's up? What's good with you, man?
I'm loud, yeah, man. So, I mean, yeah, tell us a little bit about your little musical background and everything, in terms of, you know, you just being in the game and just, hey, whatever, you know, just everything.
My musical background started with, like, looking at Michael Jackson, Prince, and motherfucking Run DMC. Yeah, Run DMC, when they went with Aerosmith. Remember Aerosmith?
Yeah, Steven Tyler, Tom Watson. The other dude was Tom Watson. Brad Whitford, Joe Perry.
Yeah, that's what my music came about, man. When I heard that type of shit, man, seeing them videos they was doing and movies and shit they was doing. Yeah, that's how my shit came about.
Yeah, man, very diverse musical palette.
Studying the greats.
You draw inspiration from. Yeah, one of the greatest groups ever, man. Definitely.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the music for me, man. Then Ice-T. Then it went to Ice-T, Ice Cube. That's when we went to next.
Definitely that good old California hardcore, you know, in terms of really, you know, two of the coldest to ever do it, man, from both sides.
Ice,
you know what I mean?
They use the word ice, man. Ice.
Yeah.
Two of the coldest storytellers in rap. And you know that metaphor is deep. Because they both cold with it when it comes to the storytelling.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, I mean, definitely from rock to rap, you know, you had a very, very rich type of influence in terms of, you know, what really inspired you. You know, when did you know music was something that you really wanted to make a career out of, you know, in terms of what you did and just, What was it like getting into the game in terms of just, learning how the business worked and then really getting your music out there?
All right, we're going to go there. So right from there, when I was on that ice and this will win next night. So then we moved from New York to a state called New Jersey. You ever been to New Jersey?
Okay. Yeah, man, you got Elizabeth, Passaic, Trenton, East Orange. Where else? Bayonne, all them spots, man. Yeah.
Dirty Jersey.
Yeah.
Jersey, man. That's where I moved to next, man. I went from New York. I was born in New York, and I moved to New Jersey. That's the next state that I went to. And I'm only telling you this way so you understand this for you understand, man.
Right,
that's
for
why you get it like this. You see what I'm saying? So I put it to you like this, man. I go from a 2-bedroom apartment with my mother and my sister. And I moved to another state with another man who actually was a millionaire.
Oh, wow.
To take care of me, myself, and my mother. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I went next.
Gotcha.
And the reason why I'm going with that right there is because this right here. Y'all ever seen them Perfect Murder?
Yeah, that was, okay.
You ever seen the Perfect Murder? The show
Perfect Murder?
It's on Amazon right now. Amazon.com. Prime Video. You ever heard of that shit?
Yeah.
You ever heard of it?
Yeah, we heard about it. Yeah.
So my stepfather, man, ended up becoming this cat that they made this movie about in The Perfect Murder. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you where Total Chaos comes from, man. So y'all got to sit back and listen for real.
We listening.
Yeah. So if ain't nobody on this line listening, man, go to The Perfect Murder, Amazon.com, and go to season 2, episode 4. And the man that they set up the man to kill him for his life insurance, that was my step-pop right there.
Oh, man.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
I'm
deep.
just down my lifeline, man, because that's what this shit is all about for me, man. Just my lifeline. That's the only purpose of this fucking interview, man. And I'm glad that you came and joined the line off the cuff radio, man, because I fuck with y'all for the simple fact that you fucking with underground type shit too. You see what I'm saying? Shit they folks don't know about. It's just what they don't know about.
Exactly.
Yeah. So where you want to go with T-Mac and Eric, man? I know y'all waiting on more food.
I mean, so, just from that, so obviously, you went from a situation to where, you were, in modest, beginnings to where you obviously moved into, a
you still trying to get to the question
more,
what it is. Everybody, he's still trying to get to the question, man. Because I'm slow with the question and shit. I just want everybody to
so absolutely.
So look.
So, just from that, so obviously as you moved on, what was it like in terms of just, getting older and just really finding your identity with music in terms of this was something you knew you wanted to do?
saying? So we gonna get with it, man. I know what you're waiting on. So I go from Jersey. We gonna speed up a whole lot because we ain't gonna go there yet. We gonna speed up a whole lot.
Right.
We gonna go from Jersey to Memphis, Tennessee. That's where it started for me. That's where Total Kayyos was born, Memphis, Tennessee. That was 14. I moved there when I was 14 years old. That's when I started getting in with this music stuff, man. Yeah, I always liked poetry. Yeah, I was always, spitting poetry to little girls and stuff at the time when I was coming up, you know what I'm saying? So I was always into that right there. And then it went to moving to Memphis, man. That's when it started becoming where the career would come into play.
And getting your music out, and and moving to Memphis and getting your music out there, like, did it take a lot of networking, like in terms of just communicate with the right certain people? Because we live at a different stage now where everything is just an instant DM. I know networking was different back then.
Networking was a whole other way back then, yeah. Most definitely. You already know that because that's just history, man. Networking is a whole other story, man.
And on top of that, to build off what you're saying, man, people don't understand like how different it was to even get your record played, man, because it wasn't no time when you could just upload your music. You had to literally go on the block and play your music in a car, have everybody come through and listen to it, or you had to go to a club and just give the DJ your song and hope he blow it up. People don't understand that grind.
Yeah, they don't understand that for nothing, man. That's a whole other grind. You really want to tap into it, man. It's really about the words they throw out there. Millennial mind, a millennial mind state will be on that at this state of time. But what you talking about is that we sitting back and actually had to grind that shit out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you ain't grinding it out, man, you're on a whole nother level.
Definitely. And you were, as you progressed in your music, Kayyos, you're looking at all the pioneers that were coming along during that time. You had 3 6 Mafia, you had Yo Gotti, you had Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, A-Ball and MJG, had already, were really breaking out of there during the early 90s. So, what was it like just following tradition? Yeah. What was it like following tradition with all those guys? I think Crime Boss is from Memphis too, I believe. So, all of them. What was that like?
Man, so that's one thing I teach my children, man. I ain't never been a follower in life. So I don't look at man person in life that I'm going to follow them. I just do what I do.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't nothing about nothing else but nobody but what I do. That's what I do.
And you know what? It's interesting you raised that point, because we also talk about the importance of being the first you instead of following the next man. And I think that's where, if a person or artist or anybody for that matter that's a creator, they could establish their own identity, they could stand on its own. You go and following somebody else, you're not going to go for.
Yeah, man. Every individual has to have their own lane, man. If you ain't got your own lane, man, out here, then you following somebody else. You have to have your own lane. You have to know where you're going individually. If you don't know where you're going individually, man, you ain't gonna make it nowhere.
That's true.
Not at all.
That's true. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't follow nobody, man. You got to follow a spirit. That's what you got to follow. You can't follow a being. You can't do that, man. If you do something like that, then you ain't following the right thing, in my opinion. you got to follow some type of spirit, man.
That's true. And I mean,
Not at all.
one thing about it, yeah, it's always about finding your direction in terms of how you're able to express yourself, you know, because at the end of the day, doing music, nobody can tell your story. You know, nobody can speak on your life better than yourself in terms of what you want to, you know, convey to the audience.
Yeah. Man, I didn't even know y'all was going to play that Show Respect and then Worldwide Panic, man. I didn't even know y'all was going to play that shit. That was some dope-ass shit right there.
Yeah,
look, we do that, man.
Yeah, that's what we do. We crate diggers. And see, what we do, we like to find a little bit of information about the artist and the tracks, and just let it flow throughout the interview.
Man, that Show
you know
Respect one. Songs on, man, of all time, man. So Respect, man. The depth and meaning of that song right there, man, is one of the most slip songs of all time, man. And when you sit back and just vibe with that motherfucker, you'll see that's a classic.
Yeah, we had to play it, man, because that was the first opener. Because I like how at the end of the day, there's also a message behind it. Because you got to show respect to gain respect. And whenever you do.
Yeah. Damn right. That's a real shit. Only on Off the Cuff Radio. Yeah. Now what?
That's right.
So tell us the story behind that song, man. What was it like for you in that session, and how did it? What inspired you to create that?
Man, what inspired that shit was I was talking to Scan, and we were like, man, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the old spirit and old vibe and book some time with Nico at Cotton Road Records. And we went down there and dropped that joint and made it into what it was, man. And if you really look, there's two different versions of that shit. Because it's Death Away got one version, and then Total Kayyos and Perfect Life got another version. You know, it's up to the fans which version they like best, so, you know.
What I like about how you guys doing it, and this is an example of the trademark that we set in the South. See, we don't wait for anybody to put us on. We just keep this game flowing. Because can you imagine how far a lot of acts would have got if they would have waited on 3-6 Mafia to stamp them? A collab is cool, but when you guys, you just keep pushing it, it strengthens the brand. It not only strengthens the brand, but also strengthens the culture.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Scan, we got samples, man. We make the samples, man.
Mhm. Yeah, big shout out to Scan, man. He's one of the most consistent artists out there.
Damn right.
Definitely. And I mean, in terms of it, how did you and him click up in terms of y'all becoming friends in the game from really, putting it down?
I met Scan in high school, man. Like I said, when I moved to Memphis at 14, so I met him in high school and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was in the 12th grade. I was in the 9th grade. I met him. He was about 17, something like that, probably turning 18 and shit. That's usually what the 12th grade cycle is. I was 14. I believe he turned 15 type shit. So he was just like man, this guy used to copy out my motherfucking Spanish homework, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's how far back we go. That man used to copy out my Spanish homework, man.
That's how you got it. Sometimes the brotherhood game.
I used Spanish back in the day. That's what it was. But what happened was when I moved to Memphis, they only label you either black, white, or Mexican. So when I moved to Memphis, the Spanish went out the door, man, because you weren't linking up with Cubans, Colombians, and all Dominican Republicans and all them other nationalities, man.
Right. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, the language, it's going to be different depending where you are, in terms of how you just have to make that adjustment to, your immediate environment. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope, whether you hablo, Espanol, paisano, or, you know, because you know English and Italian, of course, are somewhat related in terms of their syllables, verbiage, phonetics, but also too, man, it's just it's like anything. It's just another experience in reference to being exposed to something new, but it's all about. They say in terms of wherever you go, though, no matter what language you speak, that's how you travel the world in itself, by meeting other people from different places. So that's an education in itself.
Plus, you're adapting to different worlds. Like coming from New York to Jersey to Memphis, just adapting to different worlds. A whole other world. What now I got a question to shoot to you. That in comparison to New York, and Memphis.
He ain't getting the vibe on it right there.
You said what
now? Saying,
you ain't getting the vibe, T-Mac. I'm just telling you, man.
Gotcha.
I was saying, did you go through any like a culture shock from leaving New York to Memphis? Like, did you go through any type of? You seen the scenery? This type of different. You go through some.
Yeah, it was a culture shock. If that ain't culture shock, I don't know what shock it is, man. That's culture shock, man. That's what it is, man. You going from one culture to another culture, man. You in shock, man. Like, whoa, we got something different here. You gotta wake up, man. Everybody gotta wake up. Everybody there listening gotta fucking wake up, man. This shit ain't no game, man. That's why I say T-Mac. You be asking some wild questions. I be like, man, you study like hip hop down to the T. Is that how you?
That's what we call T-Mac with the facts.
With the fact, what you got? Yeah, what you got, man?
That's what I call T-Mac with the facts, man. Because
you articulating your questions where folks gotta ask you, what you say, man? Say that again.
That's why we call him T-Mac with the facts, man. Because he just come through with questions that sometimes I can't even cook up. He asks questions that can make you think.
Yeah. That damn sure they make you think, but man, you say what the man? Say that one more time. That was. Oh man, I'm just saying, man. Where we gonna go? I don't know how long we got, man. Like I said, this is the first Total Kayyos interview, man. This is what you get, man. This is what you gonna get. He got quiet, man. Why y'all quiet, man?
Oh no,
we had to be
off Cup Radio.
Yeah, we didn't want to keep forward.
Unloaded, man. Unloaded off Cup Radio. We are unloaded over here. If you ain't listening to this shit, man, you don't know what the fuck you listening to.
That's right. You better go to the whack music. Go to the whack show.
Man, look that shit up. Interviews a motherfucker, man. It's uncut. That's why I like this.
So in terms of really get into so definitely when we got into the game, you know what I'm saying. So what did you find in terms of, as you like you said, you're a Scam Man, when y'all clicked up, y'all became friends. In terms of how you found the music scene, what was it like in terms of just the like he said, in terms of the marketing, because you had to get out on your own, doing it. If you could look at it from what it was back then to now, how would you tell artists now to market their music with the outlets that they have now, as opposed to when you kind of came in the game?
All right, so outlets that they have now, man, I'm gonna keep up with you. Outlets that they have now, man, you already know they got the internet, man. It's all about just being up in somebody's face. If you ain't filming yourself, you ain't speaking to yourself, and you ain't putting yourself out there, you're not gonna make it. It's just what it is, man. That's how this whole shit is right now. That's the best advice I can give to somebody, man. You gotta go ahead and get yourself out there. You have to tell your story. You have to tell everything that it is that you need to do to get to where you trying to go. Because if you ain't no visionary, then you ain't going to vision what you supposed to have going on. You see what I'm saying? That's where you got to go, man. And that goes out to the world. That's why we say worldwide, because it goes out across universal language. It don't matter what language you speak. If you speak a whole other language, it still applies. That's why I say you got to follow some spirit instead of another being. You see what I'm saying? That's where the whole thing goes, man. Technology. What's another word for technology, man?
Hey, we just look at technology. We say
AI, artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. What's that right there? The artificial intelligence is not. It don't have no soul holding up no body, though, do it?
No, because I mean, artificial is only going to do what it's programmed to do.
Yeah.
Not at all. Because if anything, they programming shit to where it just had to take a life of its own.
Yeah.
Man, the humans programming the computers to do what the humans want the computers to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not the
it's always the spiritual world, man. It's the spiritual world. That's one thing you're going to learn about Total Chaos, man. Spiritual world, man. Put those two words together, Total Chaos and spiritual world, man. That's what you're going to know about me. That's the only reason why I fucking exist.
Yeah, that's the key though, because you gotta let people know there's in depth to a lot of what you write down, how you perform, or what you present your music, and that's what makes you stand out. Just like we talked about earlier, having your own identity, because then the audience is getting those different layers of your personality and what you bring to the mix.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. Man, you look at all the artists, man. All the artists, man, got different personalities, though.
Yeah. And you know one thing, Chaos, when you're dealing, like you said, when you're dealing with artists who got different personalities, I think that's where artists sometimes try to, get caught up in trying to push their personality in terms of thinking that that's going to be their brand. And it can be at times. But then it's also they forget that you actually have to have good music behind it to really, push it forward. Because you can only carry yourself.
Yeah, but
out
what's the definition of good music? The definition of good music is somebody who like your shit. So some people may like your shit, and some people may not like your shit. It's the ones that like your stuff is the ones that gonna listen to what you got going on in your life. It's the ones that don't like it, they ain't gonna listen to it. That's just what makes the world go round. Everybody got their own opinion for what it is, man.
I think the key word, I think the key thing too, I think one of the biggest challenges that an artist have is maintaining your base. Like, it's easy to get the fan, but you got to keep them.
Yeah.
Damn right. I mean, look at every successful artist has what they call fans, right? What's a fan? It depends on what your definition of fan is. You know what I'm saying? Fan could just be a supporter, somebody who supports your movement, what you got going on and shit at the time. It could be anything, man. That's all I'm saying. It could be anything.
Especially now, man, because
we can go wherever you want to go.
Especially even now, man, because it's like people. We live in this era where we got cancel culture and all that shit, and you could make one wrong move or say something wrong, and next thing you know, you're going to lose a chunk of your base overnight. It's wild.
Shit, yeah. Times right now is a whole nother time, man. You really want to get into the deep realm of what's going on out here. It's a whole nother fucking time out here. 2020 was a... You ever seen the movie I'm a Legend?
Yeah, with Will Smith.
Yeah, I got that movie.
There's that joint where they shot up the folks saying that they cleared cancer. But then next thing you know, a year later or something, I don't know my timeline right on the movie. Check the movie out in your nose if it's right or not. But a year later, them folks end up coming like rabid dogs. and then they start eating and feeding on each other. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I got that movie on the Blu-ray. And you know what? It's
about them giving them
them
shots, man. It's about them giving them shots, man. That's what it was about.
Yeah. It can also be metaphorically. Like that could
man,
be,
you could look
be
at
also
a whole lot of shit just watching that motherfucking movie right there, man. That's a wild ass movie, and that shit could actually happen, man. The way that's the thing about them movies, man. We supposed to be sticking this shit up, but this shit come from the spiritual realm. That's why this shit out here like the way it is, man. That stuff be coming to pass, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
you look at these other movies, man. That's how this stuff be coming to pass. It's visions, man. That's why I say I'm a visionary.
And you know what?
Definitely.
And you know what's crazy about, check this out, about movies and stuff like that, because, you know, they're pretty much foretelling. Just like they had the whole thing with the Capitol Hill riot. That was called like in 2013 when the movie Olympus Has Fallen, where the White House and Washington was held hostage by a terrorist. Now you saw the same shit like 7 years later. So you start seeing like a intake of what's going on. Hollywood got the scoop. We just got to go through the layers and find what they got.
Yeah. What blew my mind was when they did that what was it? The Simpsons with Kobe in the helicopter.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And the you know that cartoon? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That right there, man. That's what I'm saying. Them spiritual realm, man. You don't know who thought of that shit up, but then next thing you know, that shit ended up playing out like that, man. It's fucked up ass shit.
I mean, they predicted the Super Bowl years ago with the Redskins, you know, and the Bills, that the Redskins would beat the Bills. You know, that was wild. You know, there's been a few Simpsons moments that they seem to put stuff out there, and then ultimately, you know, it came to pass in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you could put a lot of those shows up there from The Simpsons and Family Guy and American Dad and all that stuff. Maybe projected a lot of stuff that be happening. And to get deep into the rabbit hole, they all under the same network. So who got the inside scoop on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, who got the inside scoop? So with that so respect and that worldwide panic, who picked them Jones out right there?
I did, man, because it spoke volume to what was going on with today, because the world's in panic mode, man.
Yeah.
In all different shapes, ways, and sizes.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about. And that's what I like about what you guys bring to the mix, is that y'all bring reality to the table. Y'all speak on things a lot of people scared to talk about.
Motherfucker reality, man. That's what it really boils down to. Reality, man. That's why I asked that, man, because I swear I didn't know that y'all were going to play them songs. And I was like, man, damn, that would be nice if motherfuckers play some music before the motherfuckers come in and shit. And I wasn't expecting that shit. So I appreciate that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because that shit sound hard as hell, man, when that shit came in like that. So you got to show respect for what it is. But what a lot of times it's hard for folks to show respect if they don't know about somebody. You know what I'm saying? They got to know about you to show your respect to you. Otherwise they can be disrespectful. That's just what it is.
That's right, man.
Definitely.
Because you got to do our homework, man.
Yeah, you got to do your homework, man. Especially if you trying to run something. Entrepreneurship. I'm all about it, man. I swear we can go anywhere.
See, this is.
I blow your mind,
Hey, T-Mac, you there?
I didn't even know you were supposed to be on the line straight up and down, man. I thought it was me and Eric tonight. Then you came in when they jumped. What's up?
Yeah. I had to parachute in.
Last time, man, it was
saying?
me, Mac, and Scan on the line. We had an interview.
Man, it was like 6 of us that day. It was me,
it was a lot of people on that motherfucker.
Sandman, it was you
I was like,
three.
man, what the fuck going on? Yeah, you said somebody said something about it. I was like, man, you don't know his name? Like, what the fuck going on around here, man? Dude. They gonna know the truth, man. That's about me too, man. You gotta know the truth. Everything's about truth. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man. And I mean, that's all about, you being. That's why, I think, with what we do, this is King's vision with the show. This is why it's so important, that we feel is, journalists in the culture, that we give the light to people like yourself, to come on, and get to share, your vision, your interest, your passion, your story, because we feel that every artist, has something to say, and we're just honored and humbled to give a platform for people like yourself to come on and, get to tell your story your way.
Man, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it is, man. It's just an opportunity to express yourself. That's what cats were trying to be when they were rappers and shit. They wanted the opportunity, man, to express themselves. Man, we can go all day and all night, man. I swear, man. I bet y'all wasn't even knowing this shit was gonna go like this, but I swear I did. But that's what it is, man.
It's called off the cuff radio for a reason. Sometimes we just come in with no script.
There you go. That's what it is, man. That's what you got to do, man. You gonna keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna keep it real, go ahead.
Sometimes we just come in with no script because when it's too tailored, it's not gonna come off authentic. So we just be like, what? Just rip the script up. We just go ahead and just shoot from the hip.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like that's what you got to do in life anyway, no?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
so it's good times, man. Good experience, man. I ain't think it was going to go down like this, but it's all good.
Definitely. So, I mean, in terms of as you keep moving on in the game, Kayyos, what's ultimately, your ultimate vision, in terms of it? I mean, pretty much, you moving on the tip, are you pretty much content being independent, or would you consider going to a major if the right deal came along?
Man, I always remain independent, man. That's my best rap. Mm-hmm. Independency is my best rap. I can't do nothing but that. So, and this is my opinion. Nobody else is out here. But I suggest others do the same. I'm not saying you don't work with nobody. You got to work with folks that are on the same vibe and same spirit. Because I keep everything back to a spirit, man. You got to be on the same vibe and the same spirit for you even connect to what you got going on. It's just what it is. Man, there's so many ways out now where everybody can make money. It's inevitable, man. Why you seeing so many millionaires out here that are young, too, man? They really young, make $100, man. And I'm close to one. Just like that.
And have you ever had any major labels give you any offers?
I ain't never had no offers because I ain't never put myself out there like this, man. This is the first interview that you ever see me or talk to me or even hear about me, man. That's just what it is, man. I've been like that for my life, man. That's why I had to take you back to the beginning. When they go back and listen and all that other shit, man, they gonna go back to the beginning. This is why I am the way I am and the way I speak when I'm speaking to you. And it goes way deeper than it goes, you know what I'm saying? And there's just anybody. Everybody got a story to tell. Every soldier got a story to tell. It don't matter who you are, you got a story to tell, man. You gonna tell your story. And what I suggest to everybody listening to this motherfucker you got to tell your story. Now, hopefully your story is true, because you telling some false-ass shit, then you telling some false-ass shit. And you got to deal with that when you look yourself in the mirror. And that's just what it is,
true.
man.
That's true. How do you feel the game has changed in terms of the musical vision from over the years from when you started, even going back about 5-6 years to where it is right now?
Well, you see, that's when you got to back up, man, because you be, man, say that one more time, man.
In terms of where you've seen hip-hop, and rap progress in terms of the culture and the music, from when you started and even going back further, how do you see the change from there to now in terms of how artists, are putting together their, just how they're packaging their product and presenting it, and just the type of hip-hop that they're doing?
I got you. All right, I got you. The change, man, is from analog to digital, man. And the music world understand what I mean when I say that. The change is from analog to digital. Analog was just physically doing this shit and getting that shit popping. Digital is making it look like you're getting that shit popping, and then you fucking pop off. Like that fake it till you make it mentality type shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's where the internet game came in.
Yeah. And one thing about
analog game, man, was you actually had to, man, go out there and meet the people and try to sell your shit out the trunk and try to let a motherfucker feel your shit and your vibe and how you coming and all of those shit. That's the analog world. Then you go to the digital world. The digital world, a whole other world. That's when they start flipping shit around and shit, and motherfuckers start calling that shit mumble rap. But it's just because folks don't understand the history. And you got to learn history before you understand something or somebody or whatever. You have to learn the history of it. And then the way technology is right now, man, you can learn history like the drop of a dime, man. You just tap in. Like y'all be saying, tap in. We doing this shit right now. Tap in. If you ain't tapping in, you losing in, depending on who you listening to. It's just the way it is, man.
That's right.
Now, I'm seeing so much shit like y'all. This is spirit knowledge, man. You gotta know what it is, man. Where you wanna go?
That's what it is, man. With this episode here, see, this is what we wanted to bring. We wanted to also get insight on not only who you are, but also giving gems to people who want to listen to this show down the line and be like, damn, we got a lot of insight about how to move in this business.
You want to get some real talk, you want to tune in, man. It's just what it is. Man, I got little ones that I'm trying to be a mogul to. You see what I'm saying? Anything I say gonna come from my heart if I'm loyal to doing what I'm doing with my little children. Because the children in the future, ain't what you produce and what you bring to the next level. That's children. That's your spirit. Your spirit lives through your children. Ain't that right? Y'all agree with me on that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hey, it lives through your children. That's the only way your being can still stay upon the earth. You see what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, it all gets spiritual, man. If you ever talking to me, you're going to learn spiritually what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? You can also say metaphorically that the music is also the base. Music stands out within the test of time. Like, you even got timeless music where they picking up gems to this day.
Hell yeah. Yeah, damn right. Because music, when people pass, the music's still going, ain't it? It's still going. Even if that's one thing I tell folks, man. Music still be around even if technology goes. If all the electric and power go out, motherfuckers still got music that they can be making some sounds in the midst of silence. You see what I'm saying? Music always gonna be around. Music is the spirit of the motherfucking industry. It's just what it is, man. And everybody understand it, but then some people don't understand it. It just depends on who you're talking to, man. It's just what it is, man. You got to give it up to music. And music is the only one outliving everybody. You see what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. That's the only thing outliving everybody. And then what is music? What is music to everybody? Spirit, right? Say if I'm wrong. Spirit ain't fucking music. Am I wrong? T-Mac and Eric?
Not at all. Not at all.
No, you're absolutely right.
Got music that was
I got two friends with me. Music is what it's about, man. And how you coming in and how you living it, it's all about music. But the key is that it stands with all time. When we pass, the music live on. That's why all these musicians that passing, their music living on. Their spirit is living on. Their vibe is living on. Their knowledge is living on. It ain't hard to tell. You see what I'm saying? It ain't hard, man. So if somebody want to make it in the music industry, they gotta be a voice out here, man. If you ain't no voice, you ain't got nothing in the music industry. You gotta be a voice, man.
Do you think a lot of artists are content to just try to be famous rather than be a real voice in terms of representing the culture today?
Man, you be quick as a motherfucker. I don't understand what the hell you saying. Say it again, man.
I said, do you think a lot of artists just really are just about trying to get celebrity today rather than actually drop, music that's actually going to really say something?
I mean, artists making money in the music industry right now, making money because they got money, man. Money makes money.
Right.
If you're an entrepreneur, you know this. You got money, you going to make some more money. It don't matter if your shit garbage or your motherfucker shit hot as a motherfucker. If you got some money, you making that shit pop to the motherfucker who want to listen to garbage and the motherfucker that want to listen to some real shit. It's just what it is, man. It's simple as that, man. It's so fucking simple. Did I answer your question, T-Mac? Or you got to say it again, man?
No, you're right, because it's all about what the market dictates.
Yeah, it's what the market dictates, man. You know what I'm saying? People's minds going to feel what they feel when the market come around, man. You got to learn to work the market. Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. Entrepreneur, visionary, total chaos. Man, you can look me up at TOTALKAYYYOS. I'm the only one that spell it like that on the planet, man. Yeah.
And you know the cold part about being independent?
I'm here for it. Here we go.
You know the cold part about being independent is when you have an independent entity, you could dictate where the market goes versus you being signed to somebody and somebody chasing the market for you.
Say it again, man. Eric, man. Y'all hit me with quick ones, man.
We off the cuff, man. We got to be quick with it, man.
I know that's right. I know that it's off the cuff, man. It's off the not.
Hey,
off the brain.
Exactly.
I lost you, man. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it was just building off what you were saying, because when you're independent, you can pretty much control the market. Once you got that established base, you good. You good in a way to where you got to
get your. And if you got people that believe in you and believe in your vibe and believe in your spirit, so what they doing? It's like the oldest saying, man. Like you selling your soul. When a musician sell their music, they selling their soul. They selling what they put out there as a spirit. You see what I'm saying? Now, if people want to buy it, they buy it. If they don't, they don't. That's just how it goes, man. That's how it's always been. But what get put out to the masses is what the public going to see is from the big, heavy hitters that making all the money, man. They the ones going to put it out to the masses because money make money. That's how it goes. There ain't no change, ain't no other, none of that. It's money make money. You got to have some money to make more money. If you ain't got no money, then you ain't going to make nothing unless you living on a dream or a hope, and then that's where you have all these gutter cats coming from nothing and then making it into something. They from the gutter. That's the only way you make it out of that shit, like that concrete with the road. That's how they go. Man, I'll tell you about this shit for a long time, man. You ain't never talked to me before.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. I don't speak nothing but truth, teammate. I don't speak nothing but truth. That's my slogan. I'm trying to speak truth. If I don't speak the truth, then I ain't speaking nothing, man. That's my slogan, man. You gotta speak truth. If you ain't a truthful ass dude, then you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing, man. If you ain't truthful, you gotta keep it real, man.
And I think in the industry, I think that's what a lot of people would really want for artists to do in terms of, because like I said, only you know your story, but I think a lot of people can appreciate anybody expressing themselves in a manner, that is real and authentic, no matter who you are. And we see so many rappers out here, because what you said really resonated, because what you said about analog versus digital, because you got a lot of rappers now who want to come online out of nowhere and act like they're either the biggest drug dealer, they're the biggest, finesser, or they're the most lyrical, they're the richest, but then these guys have no type of pedigree, no type of background that even suggests that they are about what they're saying,
Mm-hmm.
And, with social media is one of the biggest, and it's great because on one hand it's great to market, but also it's the way that some artists try to disguise who they really are with a bunch of smoke and mirrors, whether they have a lot of fake money or, driving cars that aren't theirs, but like you said, for a lot of them it's to fake it till you make it. But I feel like, there's nothing wrong with showing, everybody you come from you're having a starting point like anybody else, but as you progress, like you said, Chaos, once you find your audience, that's when your brand builds, the money comes, and people see your growth, and your evolution from what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Exactly, man. Because
me, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Whether my music was to make me money, or wanted to make me no money, I'm still gonna be straight. Cause I got other avenues that I make money in. It don't matter, man. You look at every rapper, what they end up doing? They end up getting into more other businesses once they start making that rap money. Me, I just did this shit. I started making the money in other different places before I started making the rap money. The reason why I ain't got no followers because I ain't never put myself out there like that, man. Because I ain't never wanted to be out there like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
And
but now
real.
I feel like it's time for me to just come out and just say who the fuck I am, man. Because I've been living by, I got to tell my story, man. If I ain't telling my story, then somebody else is, and they probably lying about my story. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the whole purpose of this whole motherfucking interview, man. For me to go ahead and get the world to know who my spirit is. You see what I'm saying? Because I got a whole other spirit than other folks that out here. People, whoever. I'm an individual. You see what I'm saying? I'm just me. That's it.
Tell us about some of your other ventures.
I'm just me.
Tell us about some of your other business ventures you got going on outside of music.
Man, I'm glad we did this, though. Because really, I'm filming myself right now so I can show my motherfucking family what it is, man. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
Yes, sir. And
that's
one question T-Mac shot to you. One question T-Mac shot to you was, tell us about the ventures that you got going on the side, because that's a key element to have in a way in case, the rap money gets real funny. And so you always got to have different plans in deck. So can you tell us about some of the ventures that you got going on?
Well, I put it to you like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Rap money would only be funny if you ain't taking the money to invest back into your rap money. See, me,
that's true.
Like, I went reverse rap. Before I started getting into, not even before, after I was into rap, I decided to go get some more money outside of rap. And then that's when I started making my money outside of rap. And then it just so happened that I'm coming back to rap to make some more money. Because truth be told, the rap and the music is is my passion. That's what I think about on the daily. I wake up to that right there. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. I want the world to know my truth and know my spirit and my vibe. They can feel it or they cannot. But then I want everybody to know who I am. And the most important thing is I want my children to know who I am. Because only me going to be able to tell them my story the best way I can tell them my story for my children. Because everybody buying up property, which is one thing I do. You got to buy it up to leave it to your legacy. You got to leave it to your family. Probably why legacy and family rhyme together. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual thing, man. We can go all day, but man, we can't give them everything because I charge for my wisdom, man. That's the thing. That's another thing. That's my new business. You got to pay me for my wisdom. You want some insight on what's going on in life and business and what's really going on out here and how you can get and start making actual money for your company. You gonna holler at me, man, because I got that spirit and that vibe, and I know how to get money, man. And that goes to everybody who's trying to make some money. I ain't trying to shite nobody. I'm trying to make some real money. That's what it's about. Because if you making real money, you can leave it to your family. Money and family rhymes, don't it? There you go. I keep telling you, man. That's why this whole rhyme thing came from. Because it's rhyming. It sounds different than it's poetry. Like I said in the beginning of the motherfucking interview. Poetry. That's what started me out in this music industry. Being a poet, man. Folks forgot about poetry. Man, we can go all day and night, man.
Man, because poetry, it paints pictures and brings life.
And that's what rap is.
That's what makes a lot of these records huge.
Yeah, and that's what rap is. It's an acronym, rhythm and poetry. That's what it's all about.
Man, we got a song called that shit. Motherfucker, Kami Kazi Inc. got a song called that shit. It ain't never been released. Rap, rhythm, and poetry.
See how we spoke? We didn't even know that until now. See how we speaking things into existence, which is crazy.
Man, it's just truth, man. It's just truth, man. I'm going to always speak truth what I told you, man. So that's what it is. I got to live on that, man. If I don't speak the truth, then there's something wrong with me. If I'm trying to lead somebody down the wrong path, there's something wrong with me, man. You got to look yourself in the mirror sometimes and understand who you feel like the spirit got you to be. If you ain't looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing who the spirit got you to be, then you ain't looking at nothing. You confused and lost, man.
Definitely. Now, Chaos, now that was real what you just said. I want to ask you a question in terms of when you talk about an artist looking themselves in the mirror. The whole situation with Lil Nas X and that video, the song, obviously, you know, he's in hip-hop, you know, just like you are, you know, and of course, you know, he's come out, you know, as openly gay. You know, even a couple years ago, he had already dropped that. But in terms of what he felt he needed to do to express himself is he felt looking in the mirror and telling, what was your opinion of that in terms of the imagery and just how he went about what he felt he needed to express himself as from an artist's perspective and from a, you know, personal perspective from his end?
All right. Well, peep this right here, man. I still have never seen the video yet. I seen it in you know, like, you know, when you looking at your iPhone and shit and you see, like, the latest news pop up, I seen it in headlines, but I ain't never actually watched the video because I was saying to myself, do I even want to fucking expose my motherfucking eyes to this motherfucking bullshit that the world's talking about right now? That's what I said to myself.
Understood.
So I still ain't even looked at the motherfucking video. I heard about that motherfucker. I heard about this shit, man. Just like you asking me and shit. I don't know the scope of the shit. I ain't really looked deep and hard into it because I ain't really want to even put my mind or vision through that for because the world said it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I said, man, fuck this shit. I ain't even going to look at this shit. Let the world watch that shit. I ain't watching this shit. That's what I said to myself, bro. Damn right. And I caught your motherfucking questions. I ain't asked you what the fuck you said.
But that was a real response you gave, man, because it's something that you said from your end of it. It wasn't something you were comfortable with, and you just chose not to involve
use no words. You ain't gonna say I said that I was uncomfortable or no shit like that. That ain't none of what I fucking said, man. You fucking ran off with this shit, man. Hell no.
Right.
I didn't say none of that. Replay the motherfucking tape. You hear what the fuck I said, man?
Right.
You ain't finna fucking do that shit.
Oh no. Wasn't trying to twist it up.
No.
Yeah, we gonna replay the tape on that motherfucker, man. Fuck you talking about? I ain't never said I was uncomfortable with the motherfucker shit. I said the motherfucker ain't even want to put his mind or no shit on it because the world talking about this shit. That's what I said. Fuck you talking about? You trying to put words on motherfucker mouth out here and shit. That's what I'm talking about, that spiritual ass shit. Y'all gonna catch on tonight, man. Y'all gonna catch on tonight.
Nah, we good, man. You
man.
Good, man. Nah, you good. We ain't gonna twist it, we gonna put the full thing out there.
Right.
Hey,
no.
He just misconstrued the words, man. He ain't gonna put me out like that, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that at all.
Yeah,
we don't do that.
Doing that.
Nah, we don't do that at all, man. That's how we build our profession. We don't never do things like that. Everything that we put out there is in full context.
Yeah. Whatever, man. All I'm saying is, rewind the tape, man. That ain't what I said. You ain't gonna put that out there in no universe like that, man. Hell no. It don't go like that.
You good. Good.
So my spirit a whole nother vibe, bro.
Nah, you ain't got to worry about that. You good.
Definitely. No, we definitely didn't want to, cause any confusion with that. But like you said, you just elected not to look, and that's what it was. And that's your absolute right, to that.
Ain't gonna be enough time to explain the fuck I've been through, man. When it's all said and done, I thought I was gonna accomplish that shit in this motherfucking interview, but I see that it ain't gonna go down like that. But it's all good though, cause there's gonna be many more. Man, shout out to motherfucking Deep Groove Entertainment, man. Shout out to Stan, man. Shout out to Nephilum Muzicc. I ain't met nobody on the label yet, but I've been listening to the interview on Off the Cuff Radio, so I get a vibe of what everybody coming with. So I'm with it. So here we go. Nephilum Muzicc, Total Kayyos, Kami Kazi Inc. Yeah, man, Imperfect Life, Imperfect Soul, man. All that, man. I'm just imperfect, man. You can't put no label on me. I'm an individual. And I do not follow the word.
Everything is not.
I was going to say, y'all want to send a shout out. I don't know how much time we got. Like I said, I can go all day and night as long as the Lord permit me and will me to go. You see what I'm saying?
Oh man, everything good, man. Everything good. It's just it was just a misunderstanding, and I'll let you know straight up. We don't put anything in far context and make anybody look crazy out there. That ain't never our intention to do.
No. Everybody gonna listen to what they listen to. They gonna have their own opinion of what they think crazy and shit. I know y'all ain't trying to do that though.
No. Never that.
Ain't nobody
man.
know
never
what
that,
to expect on this interview, but this is what you get.
Never that, man. It's just never that, man. As a matter of fact, that's what we call off the cuff radio. You never know what to expect.
Yeah, that's what it is. I like that off the cuff motherfucking radio. You don't know what to expect. I like that. That's hard, man.
Yeah, and part of what we do is we keep it spontaneous, and we just, like King said, whatever comes to mind in terms of what's relevant to the conversation, we always want to put in, because we always are interested to hear from an artist's perspective. Nothing is rehearsed, like he said, and we just go for where the flow is. That's just what we do.
Yeah, I feel it. And nothing rehearsed. This is all in the present moment, man.
Yeah, man. It's also what this show is all about. Like we said earlier, it's also all about celebrating the ones that's putting it down and giving them a voice, man. And you bringing great energy to our show. It's a beautiful thing, man. We need that spontaneous energy sometime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about energy, man. Energy, man. That's why I say, man, you gotta start charging for the energy.
Well, I mean, what does Snoop Dogg say though? Game is to be sold, not to be told. So I mean, when you got the game, you know, people want to participate. Hey, they gotta, you know, they're gonna have, you know, there's a fee for all that philosophy.
Man, it's told by money, man. You got some money, put it up, man, and invest and do what you gotta do. You ain't got no money, you ain't gonna put it up because you ain't got nothing to put up.
Exactly, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, on some real talk, man. We probably got about 5 minutes to spare because Blog Talk just hit me up with the warning label. So, do you have any shout outs you want to give out, man?
Man, I believe I gave out my shout outs, but I might got some more, man. I might just shout out everybody who listening, man, and shout out everybody who know me in my life, done came across my path, man, and actually gonna see my spirit and who I am, man. And, you know what I'm saying? If you're down to actually make something and live life on a truthful tale, man, you get at me, man. TOTALKAYYOS@gmail. You know what I'm saying? Because all I'm trying to do is go ahead and put some organization to forever wealth.
Definitely.
That's what we
saying. That's all I can say, man. At this present moment.
That's why we wanted to bring it on, man, because I want people to look back at this interview and get educated, get enlightened.
Man, whatever you got to do to get to your next level in life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about, man. I ain't spreading nothing there, but you just got to get to where you trying to go. As long as it's for God, man, you good. You rock what the other side does, too. I mean, it's like Disney, man. That's why I say with Disney, man. Disney teach the goodness and evil. You know what I'm saying? From a child, man. You let your kids watch Disney and all that stuff, they gonna learn the spiritual world in the realm with good guys and bad guys, good girls and bad girls, and the left and the right, and all the controversy and confusion, man. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, one more question I want to shoot to you before we. One more question I want to shoot to you before we wrap this. One more question I want to shoot this up before we wrap this up, man. Have you ever thought about getting into films, like in the movies?
Man, that was something that my late cousin, my cousin Vinny, and that's true. He always wanted to be an actor, man, in the family, man. Me, I saw myself doing this shit at one time, and I still see myself doing something. So, yeah, I definitely see myself in something like that.
And we need to let them know, man. Like for future reference, we're going to put this on Off the Cuff Radio here, man. We can see the Total Kayyos movie, soundtrack. Get one of these dudes to play the role of the movie. And we need them Oscar invitations when you get it, my brother.
I swear. I'm waiting for that one. Yeah, man, so yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate you to let me come up on the line, man, and get into it, man. Like I said, y'all want to get me, man. Only one spell TOTALKAYYOS, man. That's where you can hit the line, and ain't nobody else gonna be there but me right at this present moment, man. Until I decide to hire some.
Definitely, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely gonna keep in touch, man. If anytime you have any music you want to share, you want promoted, just hit my line. I'm gonna hit the homie David up if he got some new music to promote for the team. We gonna keep that vision pumping out there, you know.
Man, y'all go get it, man. What's this episode number?
382.
382. That's the number right there. 382, man. That's the most epic episode that you ever heard in life on Off the Cuff Radio, man. 382 Total Kayyos, Off the Cuff Radio. Eric, motherfucker, T-Mac came in on the motherfucker side, man. He came in from nowhere. I ain't even expect you tonight, man. But 382 is the number that you ain't never heard no interview like. Total Kayyos, man.
Definitely, man. So, yeah, big shout-out to you guys, man. We're gonna definitely still keep in touch and possibly chop it up more to get more music and more ventures out there. And on that note, we signing out. See us next weekend. Same time, same channel. Off the Cuff, man.
Yep.
Off the Cuff. All right, man. Y'all be good, man.
Peace. You too, man.
All
Thanks
right.
again.
Salute.
Peace.